Hey, here are 5 stupid things I've noticed since last time. Conservatives lose their shit over Obama same-sex marriage endorsement. President Obama made a little bit more history a couple weeks ago, coming out publicly to endorse same-sex marriage. Maybe you heard about it. And right-wing folks in the media went instantaneously insane. It was actually quite something to see. That is not a graphic that somebody just made up to be funny. That's actually what the front page on Fox Nation looked like for about an hour after news broke of Obama's same-sex marriage endorsement. Obama flip-flops, declares war on marriage. And Rush Limbaugh also used the phrase war on traditional marriage to describe President Obama's position on same-sex marriage. But how is it a war exactly if he wants more people to be able to do it? Isn't that like saying that racial integration of public schools was a war on traditional education? Catholic school baseball team forfeits championship rather than play with a girl. The baseball team from a Catholic school in Phoenix, Arizona called, I shit you not, Our Lady of Sorrows Academy chose to forfeit the championship game they were set to play against Mesa Preparatory Academy because Mesa Prep's team included, starting at second base, Paige Saltzback, a girl. That's right. Now, the teams from Mesa Prep and Our Lady of Sorrows had already played each other twice during the regular season, and Paige agreed to sit out both of those games, but she refused to sit out the championship game, and good for her. Of course, Our Lady of Sorrows released a statement after the forfeiture explaining it by saying that it came from their desire to teach their boys respect and deference for ladies, a respect and deference that would be difficult to maintain while engaged in an athletic competition, and that in fact it had nothing to do with the fact that they were just a bunch of bigoted pussies who were afraid of losing to a girl. Birtherism lives in Arizona. Ken Bennett, the Arizona Secretary of State, said in a recent radio interview that Barack Obama might not be allowed on the ballot this November in that state because of concerns that his birth certificate is a forgery. Bennett himself claims that he is not a birther. He's just waiting for verification from the state of Hawaii that the birth certificate released by Obama is authentic. Verification that was already provided when Obama released his long-form birth certificate over a year ago. But hey, speaking of paranoid, implicitly racist bullshit about Barack Obama that some people just refuse to let go, Sean Hannity and the irresistible Jeremiah Wright. Mitt Romney actually managed to increase my negligible esteem for him by a few increments last week when he publicly disavowed a proposed plan by a right-leaning super PAC to launch an ad campaign against Barack Obama focusing on his relationship with his former pastor, Jeremiah Wright. I say, good on you, Mitt, but that's not what Sean Hannity says. Hannity is still talking about Jeremiah Wright 5 years after he first brought up the subject, and he says he'll continue right on talking about Reverend Wright because the mainstream media failed to vet Barack Obama last time around. Right, nobody dug up any dirt on Obama in 2008. Hannity's problem isn't that Obama wasn't vetted in 2008. Hannity's problem is that Obama won in 2008. And as someone who wants Obama to win again in 2012, I say go right ahead and keep using the same arguments that failed the first time. Really, please, talk about Jeremiah Wright some more, Sean. Pretty please? Sugar on top? People who say they're leaving the country if the election doesn't go their way. So week before last, Cher tweeted that if Mitt Romney wins the election, she's not sure if she can breathe the same air as him and his homophobic, women-hating fellow Republicans. And Donald Trump tweeted some response, but Donald Trump can go suck a fucking dick. I'm not talking about Donald Trump. I'm talking about this practice of people declaring that they're going to leave the country if so-and-so wins an election. Can we please stop saying this? I mean, liberals and conservatives, everybody does it, no matter what their political persuasion. But for one thing, it's cowardly and selfish. Really, you're going to abandon your country to these supposedly horrible people who have been elected? And two, it's hysterical and stupid. Look, I want Barack Obama to win the election in November. I really do. I'm voting for him, and I think if you want him to win too, you should go out and vote for him as well. But if Mitt Romney does happen to win, is that going to be the end of the world? Of course not. We survived Bush. We'll survive fucking Mitt Romney. Just because one candidate is better, and I mean like a lot fucking better, that doesn't mean that if the other guy wins, the continent is going to sink into the sea. I think. The hardest part is only picking 5. Catch you next time.